Wow. Hello, good people. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope you all are having a great day. It's Veterans Day, and let me say again, and again, thank you all very, very much for everything that you guys have done for all of us, living and past veterans. We wouldn't be a country without you guys. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. So we got good news today. It's now official that DeMarvion Overshown and Savon Revel have made it off of IR and officially are on the Dallas Cowboys roster. And will be playing on Monday Night Football against the Raiders. This is great news for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to have a new look defense. That's right. We're going to have something totally different than what we've had before. We've got some players that are coming back from injuries, from also returning. It would be Perry and Winfrey, Josh Butler as well. And, of course, you know we got a few new pieces. So this will be a big turnaround, hopefully, for the Cowboys defense. And one of the biggest weaknesses we've had thus far has been at the linebacking position. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Our linebacking core has been atrocious. Unfortunately, the experiment of Kenneth Murray from Tennessee, who, you know, he had like 89 tackles last year, was one of the team captains and was, of course, a first-round draft pick. And the Cowboys looked and said, yeah, well, he was drafted first round. You know, he was healthy last year. He was a team captain. We're looking for leaders. We're going to bring that guy in. And it just didn't work. It just did not work. And maybe some of it was because he's got a new system and everything else, but it's just been bad. And Jack Sanborn, a.k.a. Sandbags, who has been a special team standout, who seemingly we were sold that he was going to be the next Brian Urlacher, who was definitely a Matt Everfuss guy. Nobody knew who Jack Sanborn was until we got until we got Everfuss here. So looking at that was his guy. That was his choice. And it just didn't work out as far as him being one of your starting linebackers, although he did play better than Kenneth Murray, and currently he is on IR. And part of the problem is we've had a hole in the middle of the field with our linebackers. Now, before we get too excited about Overshown, what we have to remember is he's coming back from his second knee injury. And this isn't just an ACL. We're talking about a catastrophic. We're talking about ACL, MCL. What am I missing? Missing one of the other. He tore everything but the patella tendon, okay? And getting back out on the field, we're talking about not having training camp. We're talking about not hitting anybody since he originally messed up that knee. We're talking about not being in football shape. So don't expect too much. And I hope and pray that this isn't a situation, because when you're a football player, you always think you can go. You can literally get knocked the F out and you're like, I'm ready to go, coach. You can be seeing stars. Can't remember your I'm ready to go, coach. And so Overshown, seeing how atrocious this defense is and knowing that he wants to get out there with his teammates, may be rushing it. And the Cowboys, like they did with Diggs was not ready. Let's be clear here. Diggs was not ready to get back on the field with that knee injury. And I will say Michael Gallup was not ready when he came back. But the Cowboys didn't make any moves for wide receiver. Here's the thing. They ended up, in fact, when they signed Michael Gallup to his big contract, which made him feel guilty about not being there and ready to play, they compounded it by getting rid of Amari Cooper. And so when you started the season where you just had CeeDee Lamb and a bunch of guys, Michael Gallup rushed to get back and never got his confidence or his leg underneath of him. And I pray that that does not happen with him, as well as Savon Revel. Now, I get it. Savon Revel, as they put it, would have been a first-round draft pick, a high first-round draft pick, had he not gotten injured. Well, they said the same thing about Jalen Smith. I'm not trying to poo-poo Savon Revel, but everybody to a man said had Jalen Smith not had that catastrophic injury, he would have been a top 10 pick. But he did have that injury. He did have drop foot. He did have nerve damage there and never got it to where it was before. And knowing that he has not played football since last September in college, has gone through not having any training camp, not having any practices, that you can't expect a whole lot right now. We can't look at this and think that he's going to be the reincarnation of Deion Sanders. So I'm trying to say, pump the brakes a little bit on both of these guys coming in and thinking that they're going to be here to save us. We're constantly looking for heroes. Now, the good thing is we got Logan Wilson, who's also being added to the mix, and he's healthy. And our defensive line with Quentin Williams definitely got a lot better. Now, this is going to be key because for both of these positions, getting a guy like Quentin Williams along with Kenny Clark on that defensive line is going to put pressure on that quarterback in their face. Quarterbacks don't like shit in their face. They don't like shit in their face. And that will speed up the amount of time that they have to get rid of the football, which will help the linebackers. The Kenny Clark and having Quentin Williams in front of them, they're going to require double teams, and they're going to keep the linebackers clean. And we don't want guards coming out there and teeing off on Overshown. They'll be able to scrape and make more plays. I believe this defense will be better, but understand it is a work in progress, and it will take some time for them to get up to speed. But definitely, as I put it this morning, and I said, the way to look at this season is this is us getting ready for next year. If by chance some teams start falling back to us, and things, great. If we make the playoffs, I'm not going to say, oh, damn, we made the playoffs. No, it would be great. Because if we end up getting close or getting to the playoffs, that's saying this team is getting better and better. And hopefully you can hit the offseason knowing that, hey, we got this player, this player, this player, and this player. That's good. Here's the places that we need to upgrade in free agency and in the draft. So great news out of Dallas. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate y'all, and I will see you soon. Peace.